Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. Well, guys, we have a very unusual, and to me, it just hit me automatically as being so suspicious. If you watched my first video today talking about the drones and talking about the, basically, the weaponized tsunami, this made me very suspicious to see this, because this doesn't usually happen in this area. 4.7 magnitude earthquake reported off the coast of Virginia, Ocean City, Maryland area. That just hit me as super suspicious. It's just not an active area. I do remember one happening on land. I think it was a 4.4 that we were also really suspicious about. That was very close to an airport and a military base about a year ago. But other than that, they just don't occur over here that often at all. And so an earthquake was reported off the coast of Ocean City, Maryland at 6:30 p.m. Tuesday, according to the USGS. And it was a 4.7 is what they are saying. And they just gave it the standard 10 kilometers, 6.2 mile depth. Which, again, it doesn't mean that every one of those is exactly at 10 kilometers. That's just what they tend to mark them when they're just basically relatively shallow. So they say there's no chance of tsunami. And more than 50 people reported feeling a slight tremor. And actually, I think those numbers are way higher, because I've heard from some of you guys, even along the coast of North Carolina, that felt this. So it makes me very suspicious. For one, they always downgrade how big they are. So, 4.7, my question is, was it really over a 5? Or was it somewhere in the low mid 5s? And then the other thing is, was it really natural, or was this something that was manufactured? So it gets me super suspicious, especially when we're seeing all this talk about these tsunami bombs. And actually on both sides. It wasn't even just the Russians, because then I did receive from Rosemary down in Australia a link talking about other countries like the U.S. as well. So, and I've done videos on the fact that the U.S. was investigating these things at the end of World War II, right before the end of World War II, because in case they didn't go with the atomic bombs or they weren't able to do it, Plan B was the tsunami bomb to use on Japan. So the USGS website shows dozens of people reported feeling a small rumble from Ocean Pines all the way down to the coast of Virginia Beach and Point South. And somebody I know over there towards Cape Hatteras said that their house is up on stilts, and they said they felt it sway. And so that's quite a bit farther south. So very interesting, very interesting. This is supposedly taking place about 130 miles offshore, nearly 6 miles deep. And again, that's just a standard depth that they give. So although they have seen no effects here, our emergency service department has been in contact with our state partners and will be monitoring as well. So I'm very curiously suspicious of this one. And as we see, it's not often we see something like this. So the conspiracy theorist truther in me wonders, was this a test run? Was this somebody testing out one of those things we were talking about in the first video today? And if you guys didn't check it out, please do check out that first video today. Something tells me it's a really important topic. And so if something was hit here, if one of those things was set off here, I can imagine what it would do. Coincidentally, there was also a report about four days ago that I reported on, showing that this is the area that's most at risk of flooding on the East Coast, and has seen the most flooding as well. So this is one of the most at-risk areas for potentially a big event like that. So, and also you got to just think, there's naval bases off the coast there, obviously Virginia Beach area, Norfolk, down into North Carolina and South Carolina too as well. And of course, what could possibly happen up in the New York, New Jersey area as well. So It's got me very, very suspicious, to say the least. And we have a 6.6 quake that hits near Vanuatu. And this one was shallow as well. The depth was basically about 29 miles. And both the USGS and EMSC are reporting it as a 6.6. Thankfully, not a lot of people in the area, no major